Hey friends! In today's video, we're talking about everything that I have been loving this month, and I have some gems to share with you. I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so we're gonna be kicking it off with a drugstore foundation that I cannot stop wearing, okay? Before we get in, I do wanna mention that I'm gonna be tagging everything in YouTube Shopping, so the products will pop up on screen as I'm talking about them. Very easy way to shop. I will also list them in the description box along with shade specifics if you prefer to shop that way. But let's go ahead and get started. So, what foundation is it that I've been wearing all month? Let me tell you. It is the Maybelline 30 Hour Lumi Matte Foundation. Now, this is not brand new. I purchased this when it launched like last year sometime, but man, this is such a good foundation, you guys. So why I have been wearing it more recently is because I have had probably the busiest week of my life over the last week or so, and I've needed to put my makeup on in the morning and I need it to last and look good all day long, and this one does not disappoint. It gives such great coverage without feeling or looking heavy. I do want to share a little kind of hack that I have recently been doing. I've been applying it with the N20 brush, and this brush just applies the most beautiful light layer of this product. It gives phenomenal coverage. It's a nice soft matte finish, so it's not flat or dry. I have powdered it, so what you're seeing right now is more matte than it would look on its own. It is self-setting, so you don't necessarily need to set it with powder. It's beautiful. I wear the shade 125. It's a perfect match. I also wear 120, and that one works as well too. But great coverage, super long wearing, soft matte finish. It's just one of those foundations that you can go to when you need your makeup to look good all day and all night long. So good. Okay, so on the theme of long wearing makeup, I have been pairing this foundation with the Hourglass Vanish Concealer, and this combo has just not let me down, you guys. I have had to wear more makeup over the last couple weeks, a lot of events, South by Southwest. I did a podcast interview, so my glam has been a little bit heavier than it would for a normal day, and these two are just the perfect combo. So in this, I wear the shade, I wear a few shades, but actually the one I have on today is the shade Sepia. And it looks great. So I love this. Great coverage, long wearing, a little bit goes a long way. Just do the tiniest amount. You can over apply this, I think, and it might be a little too heavy, so just be mindful of that. Okay, let's talk about a setting powder. Now, I shared this powder a couple months ago when I first discovered it, and I kind of like freaked out over it, and a lot of you purchased it, and I really hope you love it. If you purchased this, come back and let me know if you loved it or not, because it is a pretty penny. This is the SISLEY Loose Powder. Now, I purchased it in the shade Too Translucent initially the first time. I wanted to get a little bit lighter and pinky shade, so I bought the Rosy one. This is the Rosy, and I love it, you guys. It's a little bit lighter than the shade Too Translucent, and it's pink, so it's very different. It's just more of a brightening powder. This is what it looks like. This powder is just so blurring. It does pretty much mattify the skin, so if you like to retain any glow, this is going to cancel that out. So keep that in mind. If you like a more radiant, dewy, glowy finish, I would not use this powder. I would use something more like the Hourglass Mineral Veil powder, or like even the Coke and Dough powder. That's a really beautiful powder if you want to keep the radiant finish, but this one is going to mattify, blur the skin. It's very lightweight though, so it's not heavy. I don't feel like it accentuates texture or fine lines or wrinkles at all. It is beautiful. It just locks your makeup in place, and it just blurs the skin in the process of it. It's so fantastic. I know I have 3 of these powders now, and it is, they are not cheap, you guys. They're very expensive, but I bought the Glow one, the iridescent one. I haven't really played with that much, so I don't have much of an opinion on that one yet. So I will report back on that if you're curious how that one looks. I should have an update for you soon, but the Rosy one, so good. Okay, you guys, let's talk about a bronzer. Now, I've talked about this a little bit, so this is just kind of like reinforcing my love for this new launch. This is the SAIE Beauty Powder Bronzer, and I have it in 2 shades. I have it in the shade Amalfi, which is light to medium, and I have it in the shade Palermo, which is fair to light. Both of them work. I will say the fair to light actually looks more natural and a little softer. The light to medium, I have to be careful not to use a really dense brush or apply too much pressure, because I do feel like it's a little too dark. It's what I have on now and it looks perfect, but I did apply it with the 112 brush and I just had really light pressure. So my takeaway here is that they just run a little bit darker than you would expect them to, because typically I would assume I'd be the light medium, not the fair to light, but I find the fair to light is actually easier to work for me. Okay, in this month's favorites, I have two blushes to share with you. One is drugstore, one is high-end. Let's start with the drugstore. So Maybelline launched these little Cloudtopia cheek and lip mousses. I have the shade 05 Coral. These are really, really nice, you guys. They're like this really nice kind of like cloudy texture. This color is pretty vibrant, but I actually love this on my skin. I like to use the 112 to apply this just so it applies it a little more light and sheer. This just blends so beautifully. It has this really nice, light, kind of moussey texture. Kind of looks very velvety and almost blurring on the skin. I really love this. I'm gonna pick some up in other colors, something a little bit more rosy or a little bit more neutral, but even though this color is vibrant, it looks beautiful. I have it on my cheeks now. I do have it paired on top of the other blush that I'm loving this month. And this should come as no surprise because I've been raving about this one quite a bit. But the MAC Glow Play Cushiony blushes, this is the shade Totally Synced. These are so good. These, I like to explain, are kind of like a cream and a powder hybrid. It's not a powder formula, but it's not like a cream either. It's very lightweight. It's got this cushiony texture to it. You see, like, you press in here, it's like a little cushiony texture. Now you do need a little bit more of a dense brush to apply this because the formula and the pigment is pretty sheer. So if you use a lightweight airy brush, you're probably not gonna pick up enough product. So keep that in mind. I like to use the 109 to apply this. Usually I love the 112, but the 112 is not dense enough for this product. And I'm always reminded because I just kind of go into it naturally with the 112 and I realize I'm not picking much up, so then I go in with the 109. This is the color Totally Synced. It's a really pretty cool tone pink. I also have a coral shade or a peachy shade. I forget the exact name of it, but I'll link it down below that I love too, and I love to mix the two together. This one's really nice. I think this is great for beginners too because it's very, very easy to apply. It's almost impossible to over apply this product. You can build it up and layer it to get impact, but you have to really work hard to do that. So I say that because you can't really mess it up unless you intentionally do. But on the flip side of that, if you're someone that loves a lot of color, this one might not be for you. Hey friends, popping in quickly to thank today's video sponsor and a current favorite apparel brand, Quince. So as you guys know, I started shopping at Quince last year, and what I love about Quince is that they make really classic, timeless wardrobe staples that won't break the bank, but they feel and look way more expensive than they actually were. So they use really premium quality fabrics, but they go directly to the customer. So they don't wholesale. You can buy everything direct on their website. They have women's apparel, men's apparel, kids, home, jewelry, so many different categories. So I wanted to highlight and share this little white tiered mini dress that I picked up for spring. I feel like this is the perfect spring dress. It's made of 100% organic cotton, so it's breathable and lightweight, comfortable for all day wear. I feel like you can dress this up with a pair of wedges if you want, dress it down with a cute little sneaker or flats. It's got an easy, relaxed fit, and it's easy to accessorize if you want to add some color in your handbag or your jewelry. I also wanted to share this cotton cashmere tee. So I love this. At first glance, it looks like kind of an average tee, but when you look close and you see the details and the fabric, it is well beyond that. It's a very elevated tee, super comfortable. It's this cotton cashmere blend. It's very lightweight. I love the detailing around the neckline. I love to throw this on with a pair of jeans, which by the way, they have $50 jeans. I've purchased several pair and they are all so good. I love that their jeans come in different inseams and lengths and tons of different washes, and they're all $50. So I'm gonna link a few of my favorites that I picked up this month with this QR code here if you want to shop them at Quince. And also I wanted to thank them for sponsoring this video. Okay, let's get back into the video. Okay, you guys, let's talk about a couple of eye products that I've been loving. So Jones Road recently launched their cream shadow sticks, and I love them. They are so soft and creamy, and they blend out beautifully. They stay on the lid really nice. I like to wear them by themselves. I also like to layer shadow on top of them. I have 3 shades here that I'm going to share with you. I'll share a little picture and a swatch on screen, but I have the shade Taupe, I have the shade Sand, and I have the shade Toffee. Today I'm wearing Toffee, and I did apply eyeshadow on top, which I'll share in just a second because it's also a favorite, but these are really nice. I haven't tried a shimmer version. I don't know if they launched shimmer actually. I'll confirm that and I'll pop it on screen here if they do have shimmer options. All of the shades that I have been matte. And I really, really love them, you guys. They are super soft, creamy, blend beautifully, very pigmented. They just glide onto the eyes. There is one thing I do want to mention though that I've noticed is you can't, like, whatever you twist up, you can't twist back down. So be very mindful of that when you first get them. don't twist it too high, right? Because you're not going to be able to twist it down. These are refillable though. Look, they come apart and I imagine you can buy the refills, which is nice. But yeah, I cannot roll this down. Maybe I'm missing something, but I've tried on all of mine and I'm not able to. So just be mindful of that. The next eye product I've been loving is Rare Beauty's new eyeshadow palette. I think this launched at Ulta exclusively, and it is really, really nice, you guys. It comes with a mixture of matte and shimmer shadows. Both formulas are really beautiful and very easy to blend. Pigmented, but not overly pigmented. They're just easy to work with, which is what you want in a dry eyeshadow palette. I love the color range too, very neutral. You have a little bit of a cool tone shade where you go right here. Lots of warmth here, a good kind of neutral crease, a good highlight shade here. And then you've got some really pretty shimmer shades to kind of highlight and lift up and dress up the eye. Today I have on the Jones Road cream shadow stick in the shade Toffee. And then I have a little bit of this shade in my crease, a little bit of this shade underneath my brow, and then I popped on a little bit of this just in the center of my lid, and I love how that highlighted the center of the lid. It's really, really beautiful. So, oh, and then I also have this one as eyeliner too. So I'm wearing a good, what is that, 4 out of these shades, 4 out of these 8 shades. It's really nice. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the YSL Lash Latex Mascara. Still loving this mascara, still wearing this mascara. It is time for me to replace it though. One thing I wanna call out about this formula is it does seem to get a little thicker, quicker than other formulas. But I still like it. Like, I definitely think it applies a little bit different today than it did when I first opened it and it was fresh, which is typical of most mascaras, right? But even as it gets thicker, I still love it. So this is such a beautiful mascara, very dramatic, very separating. I feel like it just grips the lashes and you pull the product through. So I feel like you really get a lot of product on the lashes with this applicator. It's so good. If you haven't tried this, give it a try. I think you'll like it. Okay, let's talk about a couple of lips products that I've been loving. So Point of View Beauty, their Amplifying Lip Ampoule. So like a lip balm. This is nice, you guys. They sent me some product and I haven't tried a whole lot of the skincare, but I do love this. It's just really hydrating, really glossy. It gives like a glass-like shine on the lips. It feels like a gloss and a balm. It's not heavy or sticky or tacky. Just really good. It feels good. I also like the applicator. It's just like this little squeeze tube. I like it. So this is my first like Point of View Beauty product to really try. I would love to know what are some of your favorites. What do you think about this brand? Have you tried anything? If you have any favorites, drop them down in the comments down below. But I love this if you're looking for a good lip balm. Okay, another lip balm that I want to share that has color to it is from Hung Van Gogh. He recently launched these. These are the glossy lip hue. I have the shade First Sketch here. It's what I have on my lips now, and I just have it with lip liner. I don't have any lipstick underneath it, so you can see that it gives a pretty good amount of color for a product like this. This definitely feels like a gloss. The only caution I would say is be mindful not to squeeze out too much product. You just need a little bit, and then use the applicator to spread it. It spreads beautifully on the lips, and I love the pigment payoff that you get from this. It's really quite generous for a kind of tinted lip balm gloss. It's absolutely beautiful. The applicator is beautiful. I have a couple more shades coming my way and I can't wait to get them. He has a good range of shades that he launched. It feels incredible. It doesn't feel sticky or heavy at all. It's been on my lips for about 20 or 30 minutes. And at this point, it feels like a really hydrating lip balm. Like you can feel that it actually nourishes your lips. It doesn't just lay on top of it and give shine. It actually treats the lips. It's really, really nice. And it's just luxurious. I love the applicator. He did a really beautiful job with these. But remember, just squeeze a tiny bit and spread it. I'm talking and I'm trying to do this. Like, so see, I squeezed a little bit and I'm just going to spread with the applicator. Oh, so pretty. Look at that color. The color is stunning. You rarely see a product like this with this much color. I mean, I have no lipstick on. I just have this on with a little bit of lip liner. So nice. Speaking of liner, I want to share the lip liner that I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Hung Van Gogh lip liner in the shade As Much As You Like. These are nice. They're creamy. They are mechanical, so you don't have to worry about having a sharpener. This one's a really pretty, like kind of rosy pink. Look at that. Just a good neutral pink. Not too cool, not too warm, just perfect. So I have this lining my lips and then I have the glossy hue on top. Okay, let's talk about a couple of new products from NATURIUM that I love. This is their Multi-Peptide line. They have a Multi-Peptide Advanced Serum and then they have a Multi-Peptide Moisturizer. Just really great staple products. Not too heavy, not too rich, very hydrating, plumps the skin, absorbs easily into the skin so it doesn't feel like you have a lot of heavy product on. Great prep for underneath your makeup. I like to do this one first and then I'll go in with this. The serum is more like a little bit of a lotion almost. It feels and looks a little bit more like a lotion versus a serum, but it's a very lightweight. It's really nice. I'm not going to apply it now because obviously I just have all my makeup on, but I've been using this the last couple of weeks and I really like it. It's Naturium. You can pick it up at Target, so it's really accessible skincare. And then the moisturizer. They also have a thicker cream. I love this one. The cream is really thick, so I wouldn't use the cream for morning skincare. I would use it at night. I do think that it's kind of too heavy for the daytime, but this one is great for daytime. Okay, friends, I'm excited to share this next product with you because this has completely changed my, this has given me an extra day between blowouts. So I've been using the ORIBE Serene Scalp Oil Control Mist. I use this after I wash my hair. I will towel dry it, then I will take this and I will spray it around my root area. So here at the crown of my head, and then I'll kind of lift up here and spray it there. And the areas that my hair produces a lot of oil. So I usually go, typically before this, I would go 3 to 4 days between washing my hair, and at the end of it, I would lift this up and it would look really oily and heavy and dirty. I started using this and I get an extra day. So now I can go 4 to 5 days between my blowouts, you guys. This is incredible. It really does help control the amount of oil that your scalp produces. So I love it. It's good if you try it. If you like to extend the length between your blowouts and how often you have to wash your hair, this is good. It actually works. Okay, you guys, we're going to move along to a couple of non-beauty products, well, non-makeup products, I should say. And then we're going to move on to products that disappointed me. And surprise, 2 of them are really popular brands. They're new launches and they just didn't work for me. So don't go anywhere. Okay, so, let's get through the last beauty item, which is this brush from the brand Denman. Did I share this in my last favorites? I can't remember. I don't think I did, but this is a brush that, do you see the shine that gives? I mean, look at that. Did you just see that? I mean, that is insane. Okay, let's look at this side. So this is my hair. Watch this. Do you see how silky and shiny it just made my hair just from brushing it? So I have talked about this, but I have always been someone that just uses like a wide tooth comb. I know it sounds crazy, right? You just don't know what you don't know. And I've always used that and that's always worked for me. But as I start talking to like my hairstylist friends and my like hair creator friends, they're shocked. They're like, what do you mean you don't use like a brush? And I'm like, I just never used a brush. I've always used a wide tooth comb. So I'm trying to learn more, educate myself, try new things, see what can improve. But see, it's like, I've always thought my hair looked fine. I didn't think that I needed to change or fix anything. Now that I have this brush, I see just how much better my hair could look, So this was recommended to me from a hairstylist that I work with in LA. His name is Jay. And I brought up the subject of that one hairbrush that is like over $200, Mason something. I know you guys will know. You'll correct me in the comments down below. And he suggested this as being an alternative to that. This is a $30. I bought it at Nordstrom. It also comes in black. I bought it in store. I wish I had ordered online because I would have ordered black. And he just said to give this one a try. It's $30. I did. And I'm telling you, it makes my hair so shiny. I mean, I don't even have to tell you. I can just show you. Do you see that? I mean, it's just, you can't deny that. It's just shiny and silky. It's so good. So grab yourself one of these. They're good. Okay, I just have a few more things to share with you, starting with my new little makeup training case. Isn't this beautiful? This is from the brand ETOILE. I have shared them before. I have their oval vanity case that I know I've shared in the past. Well, I was influenced by Nikki because Nikki purchased this, but in the larger size and this color, this chocolate brown, and I just broke down and had to buy it. So I bought the mini size of it, and it's beautiful. It's a really dark, rich chocolate coffee brown. It's so beautiful. I think this brand makes the most beautiful makeup training cases like this at a reasonable price. I mean, they're not like cheap, but they're accessible. This one I think was just around $100. And what I love about it is, first of all, the quality's so good. Inside of it, it comes with this organizational little insert. You can remove it if you just want to have an open case, but this is really functional. I love it because you have a big open space here, but then you have little side pockets for your smaller products, maybe your little cream shadows or lip gloss or concealers. It's just perfect and I love it. So I will link it here. I think you can buy it at Revolve. You can also buy it on their site, but I will tag it here in YouTube Shopping if I find it where you can shop it. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay, next up, I wanted to share this new bag that I got recently. I got it about a month or so ago. It's from Nageti, and it's their Gramercy bucket bag. Isn't it cute? I love the shape of it, and I love the size of it. It's pretty, like, it looks pretty small in relation to like my body and my frame, but it fits a ton. So it's a great everyday bag without being too big. It's nice and lightweight, so if you don't stuff it with a ton or a lot of heavy products, it won't weigh you down. It has a cross-body strap that's adjustable, which I love. Great for traveling as well. I've taken this on a couple of trips with me. I love the neutral color. I love the texture. I have one of their large totes that zips up, and I've talked about that in the past as being like a go-to travel bag for me. They make really high quality bags. I love their bags, and I wanted to share this one because if you're a petite, smaller frame, this is the perfect size. It fits everything you need, but it's not overwhelming or too big. But it's not small either. It really is a great everyday bag. So I love this. I've been wearing it a lot while I travel, and as we get into spring and I start wearing more white, I'm gonna definitely wear this a ton. Okay, the last item I have to share are these clogs from Rothy's. These are the most comfortable, cute, flattering clogs that I have seen. I wasn't sure if I was gonna jump on the clog trend. You know, there are some trends that you just look at and you're like, huh, I don't know if that's for me. And that's what the clogs were for the longest time. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do clogs. And then Michelle, who works on my team, who I've been friends with since I was in sixth grade, she's one of my best friends in the whole wide world. She came in wearing these and I was like, what are those? Those are so cute. And obviously she knows my love for Rothy's because we work together every day and I'm always raving about them. And she was like, they're Rothy's. So I ordered them in this color and I love them. They are so comfortable. They're actually shaped for your feet. Like there's a little arch support in here and even like a little bit of like a shaping near the toe bed area for your toes. They really are perfect. I actually bought these as house shoes, but I wear them out a little bit. So I'm saying that because if you want to keep them and just wear them as house shoes, I think they'd be great house shoes. But I wear them out. They're so comfortable. They're so cute. They come in a ton of colors. I forget the name of this color, but I will link it below. It's neutral, but it's a little bit more cool tone neutral. It's not like the ecru color that I typically get, which is more of a sand color. Also the bottoms, look how cute the bottoms are. They've got a lot of grip. So they've got good grip, good support, and I think they're cute. Okay, you guys, let's talk about the products that I didn't really love this month, and actually over the last couple of months, because I think I've been holding and sitting on these for a little while. But let's start first with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. I think this is just too heavy. I think it's too heavy. Can you make this work? Sure, you can make it work, but you just have to be so mindful about how much you apply. To me, this just looks really heavy, really cakey, too much coverage, and too matte. It just accentuated every fine line and texture that I had. And did I over apply it? Probably. Was it user error? Probably. Would it have looked better if I applied less? Probably. But at the end of the day, I applied this as I would any other concealer and it just was too much. I didn't like it. I don't think it looked flattering. I wouldn't apply this on someone with mature dry skin or with a lot of texture. I just wouldn't do it. I've tried to make it work several times and it's just not for me. The other concealer that really let me down, you guys, was the Patrick Ta concealer. And I hate to say that because I really wanted to love this concealer, but the way that I have found this concealer, I feel like when I first apply it, I really like it. It feels lightweight, it doesn't feel heavy, and it gives good coverage. But I've noticed throughout the day, this just does not last. I find that maybe halfway through the day, I'll look and my under eyes look like 50% the coverage that it did when I first applied it. So it's just not long wearing enough for me. It's not something that I would grab and reach for again, just because of that. But the pros are that it's lightweight. I don't think that it's like super great coverage. So if you want something that's a little bit more natural looking, then you might like it. But for me, I just didn't love it. I just didn't love it, you guys. That's my take, but I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. If you bought either of these concealer, let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Let me know. Do you like it? Do you agree with me? Do you completely disagree with me? You're allowed to disagree with me, you guys. We can all feel differently about makeup. It's such a personal preference thing, but that was my experience with these two products. Okay, and the last product that I want to share that disappointed me, and if you watched my video where I applied this, this is no surprise, but this is the new Natasha Denona Mini Sculpt, and this is like the cooler version of it, and it's just very, very gray. I just don't love it. I bought it. I probably won't ever wear it again. If you like really cool tone, grayish, neutral browns, then you might like it. But to me, it just translated more gray than brown or neutral on me. That was my thought. So again, you're free to disagree with me. Let me know. I think it's actually helpful to give other input in perspective. So please drop your comment on any of the products that I shared today. Drop your comment down below and let the community know what you think. Okay, friends, that wraps up this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed filming it for you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.